Okay. Oh, alerts instantly. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, ignoring this. Closing teams. No more teams. It's dark. It's better. I shouldn't resolve this puzzle. I just want to. I feel like I was not in the right headspace yesterday. we're just gonna try again. Um, I had such a hard time with it, and I think it was unfortunately one of those things where like I had limited time, and then the limited time made me more anxious, and that made me less capable of solving the puzzle. I was not setting myself up for success. Ooh, journey. Because I should know better, and I definitely know better. I know better than to just like shoot. Look at that thing, bang my head against the wall. So I'm not gonna. We're gonna solve it today. So okay, starting fresh. One thing that was very obvious, if we will recall, is this, where this was a 1-9 pair, right? Because the 35 requires the 1-9 pair, and then we said that we would have major issues if this was the if what? If good heavens. Sorry. Okay, so we said that if I put a 1 here, no, it's if I put a, what was the problem? We said that if I put, oh my gosh, okay, I'm sorry, I have to like mute notifications. So I'm already off to a bad start. Do not disturb. Okay, so 9, if we put a 9 here, then there's a 1 here, and there's a 9 over here. Right, that was the problem. If we put a 9 here, then that puts a 1 here or here, which puts a 9 here or here and doesn't allow us for the 12. So we have to put the 1 here because the 9 here, yeah, I think it's a 1 here and a 9 here. And then we do know there is a 9 in this neighborhood. So as far as in this column, where a person could put 9s, and this is the thing I started too late. Excuse me, last time. I think we were saying 9s were green. Like one of these people could be a 9. You're obviously a 1. You're obviously a 9. Right. And then we thought, so one of these people is a 9, for sure. This 9, we talked about where we could put the 1s. Here we talked about it, like it couldn't be in the middle. Here we know, yeah. Here we have a pretty wide span, so it's not in the middle, not in the middle. So what is the like meaningful thing for us to do now? Nine cannot go, sorry, the 1 in column 1 is not flanking the 9. It's because if we put a 1 here, we're gonna have a bad time. In fact, let's just do this. Let's really think about it. So 1s can't go here because that number upstairs would be 0. 1s can't go here because this number would be no more than 8, right? So it is possible to have a 1 here. As soon as we put a 1 here, sorry, 1 here is perfectly valid. 2 digits summing to 12 is not a problem. 3 digits to summing to 12 is not a problem because 3 digits without the 1 is 9. 4 digits is a problem because without a 1, we're summing to 14. So that's not okay. So these are places there could be 1s. We somehow said, I feel like we ruled one of these out. Like somehow we ruled this out. Or I feel like we ruled somebody out, but now I can't remember what the strategy was. We also need to, like, I don't know quite how to notate these such that they are, you know, speculative. I feel like we had some thoughts about where we could put one here. Well, we did. I don't know if those were ultimately useful, but we did have thoughts about that on like where one could go, because we can't have a one here. And we can't have a one here because 24 needs a minimum of 4 digits, which would put us over here. We can't have a one. We said already we can't have a one here. We can't have a one here because the 9 would have to be here, but that's not enough. So I think we said we could do like that ones were valid here, right? But looking here, we said one can't be in the middle here. So that is removed. So in this case, we are saying that this is a 3 or a 4, which I remember we did arrive with at some juncture. I feel like we removed the 4 at some point. How did we do that? Because I think the problem we talked about was I don't remember. Don't recall. In this case, ones are pretty easy. I mean, ones can't go there. Ones, one can't go here because it's going to be 139. One could go here, 139, 139. These, I think we're okay. It's a lot of places for ones, though. But kind of the important point, I feel, was, I mean, one could only go here if this was 9. Is a thing I think we said. We did have some thoughts about this one. Those thoughts being, there's no 1 here and there's no 1 here. And I can't have a 1 here or there's not enough room to hit the 9, right? Right, this was an interesting one for both 1s and 9s, right? Neither can go here because we can't, 3 digits is not enough. And neither can go here. So we ended up with this configuration, but then we need to go even further because we can't have the outsides, right? Like we run into this. So this is a case where we had 2, 3, 7, 8 as the possible people. We tried to do some math on that. I don't know if that's immediately relevant. It means that one of these is a middle-y person for sure. Right? Like it means that the one, same over here. Like 1 and 9 have to find their homes. I mean, you can do something a little like this too here. This is probably getting untenable, but just to talk about it. Knowing like this 24 rules this out already. This rules this out already. This rules this out already, right? And well, maybe there's a little more leeway than I thought. The 1 and the 9. Because this person is still valid looking at this person. This person could still look at somebody down here, right? Is there more to know about this? Five digits. Well, we don't know the 9 is there. So let's talk about where the 9 is in this neighborhood, because it's certainly not there. And it's not even, we know we need at least 3. Sorry, we need at least 4 digits to sum to 24. 3 digits only gets us to 21. So we do know, right, this is the thing I was supposed to see. 9 can't go here. It can't go here because it's too close to where the 1 can go. 9's in here, but 9 can't be there because the 0 would put a 1. That's the thing I think that I eventually saw, making that the 9. Right. Placing 9 down here. Making this 4, 5, or 6. Got to be a middly kind of person. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 digits works. 4 digits sums to 26, so we do have a little bit of leeway. Nine, okay, we've said for this row that 9 is in here, right? Like 9 is in this neighborhood, which only extends 1 a little bit further, right? So put that another way. Like we've already said 9 is in here. 1 is spaced 1 distant from a 9. So let's think about that. There's definitely no 1 over here. We've said there's definitely no 1 here. There's no 1 here because oh, actually, sorry. We could have 1, 3, 9. So I think there could be a 1 here. 1, 3, 9. Right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think there's reasons this is not acceptable. We had some consideration about the sums that were allowed here to make the 12 if this was the 1. This would have to be a 4. If this was an 8, I mean. So what? You'd think I would remember anything from yesterday, but I don't. The 9 is in 4, 5, 6. We're looking for a sequence of 1, 3, 9, meaning this can never be 3, right? If we try to put a 3 here, it doesn't work. So you can't be 3, which means 1 can't go here, right? Because we had said that one of these is a 1, which is allowed, I think. It'd be 1, 3, 9. This would be a 2. This would be a 4. And that would be a 1. But I don't want to get hung up on that same thing again. I feel like I'm still having a hard time with this, which is embarrassing. I was really hoping today would go more smoothly. we had some discussions. Like if we think about this neighborhood and where ones could go, we like as far as it's got to be one, not really small enough to make that big of a difference, I guess, unfortunately. Because it's either 159 or it's 1239. These people, same story here. 159 or 1239, 159 or 1239. Just hit 25. 35. It means the outer two digits, the remaining digits must sum to 10, right? Whoever's not part of the party, because we're squeezing 25 plus 10 for the 1 and 9 is 35, right? So our remainder outside has to be has to sum to 10. So it's 8 and 2, or it's 7 and 3, or it's some other configuration that uses these digits plus something else, which means that we couldn't use 8, but you couldn't use 8 or 7. You'd have to use 2, 3, 5, I guess, would be the way you had to do it on the outside to make the remaining 10. One of you is middly. Can we know something else here? I mean, one is here or here. If we put the 1 here, there is a middly 9 involved. I maybe have confused myself with things. These people, if this is 2, this has to be 4. Oh, right. Well, we didn't know that. This is 1, this must sum to 12. The 25 situation here is troubling. Putting a 1 here puts a 9 here. What are we saying if we place a 1 in one of these? We're saying if we put a 1 here, this is definitely a 9, right? Like that is true. Do we have better thoughts about... We kind of don't. Better thoughts about where where 9s exist on this earth? Because those some of the problems we ended up with, like one, 3, 9. Put the 5 at one side of the other. I mean, it still does feel like this is a place where things are happening. if this is the middle, I wish I could remember exactly what we... Like if we said this was one of the ends, then this is the other end, right? Like if we try to use the inner portions, like if I try to use an inner portion here, we have to include this, right? So if I'm saying this is my full sandwich bread and all, it is 1 and... Yeah, then the remainder outside is 2, 3, 5. The 5 ends up here. The 2 goes here. That doesn't work, actually. It doesn't seem very elegant, but it doesn't work. Like, anytime I try to use an inner person, I feel like we actually knew something about the inner pieces, but if I try to use an inner person or an inner person, in either scenario, I am saying that this sums to 35, right? And that means I've got to sum to 45, so my outer digits must sum to 5, right? Sorry, to 10. The problem is if I have an 8 here, the lowest digit could be here in 2, and that's already 10. That's no good. If I have a 7 here, the lowest digit's 2, that's 9, but I've already used my 1. That's 10. This digit's not even there. So this would have to be a 2-3 pair. Oh, right. Oh, God, there's an easier way to see it. Of course. Anytime we do this, we are saying 8 is on the outside. Any time, there's always an 8 on the outside, is what is happening. There's never, this is not enough. Well, there's always an 8 or a 2. But here, I guess here's what I'm trying to argue, is if we... Okay. The thing I just said, here's me making it very complicated. Trying to use either of the inner pieces. If you try to use either of the inner pieces, you must sum to 10 on the outside, right? If you use either of these, your remainder must be 10 on the outside. But because of the indexing, you will have always used a 7 here, or an 8. But even in this case, you've already used a 7. So now you must have 7 plus 2 other digits that equal 10 that don't include 1. So we never use these digits. I was making that very complicated. But I think that is true to say. And that means in this neighborhood, like, these people, this exists, that puts 1s and 9s down here. I don't know if my colors are really helping me. Anyway, we end up with that. And we probably know something. That means there's absolutely a 7 here. That means there's absolutely an 8 here. It means this is never 7. 9 is never 7. 9 is also never 3. Right. Never 3, never 7. This becomes a 2-8 pair. That's true. 1 is in an 8. What? No. Also 1 is in a 7. So that is our high digits worked out, right? Like we have worked out our high digits, and that's just fine. High digits worked out. Okay. I feel like I've made my world a little confusing now, but so one of these people is the other. This we feel confident in, right? In fact, like, I feel like I want to make these like extra special. I guess the thing I need to really do is this. But I know this is here. So this goes one way or the other. And the thing is, also there's a 5 between, right. These fit down here. And there's a 5 between them. So this is a 5. And this just is the 1-9 pair, right? This is not a 7. This is not a 7. This is a true statement. Wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, that's right. One of these is 7, right? So the 7 is here. This person is a 7. Which means what? I don't know. Means that's the high digit that goes down here. We know a 9 is down here. Do we know something about 8? We do a little bit, because 8 is in here. So 8 is in here. That's the thing we know about 8s. What does that mean? You're fine. You're doing stuff. I don't know. I feel I'm scared of this section here yesterday because of how it treated me. We know a little bit in here. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But you can't be a 5 and you can't be a 7 because those are already indexed, right? And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 13, 9, 12, 25, yes. You're a happy person. You're a reasonably happy person. Do we need to think about can I have a 1 in there? I don't know. Also, no, this is for real. This actually is for real. Right? This is for real. And we have to get 25 away from it. So this is not a 1. Okay, so you're a 2. So 1 is in here. 1 and 9 are in here, which means this is 1. So this is 3, because this is the 4, 5, 6 digit, right? And then, yeah, 1 and 9 are down here. Did we come up with... Well, they're both in here. So it is just 1, 3, 9. 1, 9. And this is not there, obviously. Which takes the 5 out of 3, which takes the 5 out of here. We are trying to find the brother of this is down here. But what do we know about that? This is not a 1 because we cannot make 12 in here. Oh, I think we did know that before just because it's a middle and a low. So this is not a 1. It's possible that this is a 1. And then this is a 9. And then this would be equal to 35. And we'd need to sum to 10 on the outside. 1 here, puts 9 here, puts 2 here. Oh, this is 3. By the way, this is not 5. This just is 5. We do need a high digit in here. That high digit is not 7, and that high digit is not 9. So it is 8. That means, well, there's no 9 here. Oops, no 9 down here. We need 22. There's no 1 in here either. So 1's down here and 9's up here. Right? You're not 5, by the way. That's a 4-6 pair. So we need what? Like 2, 7, 8 triple for these people. You're not an 8. Oops. So we're saying 1 is down here and 9 is down here, and we've got to sum to 22 in the middle. So that seems to say, so what can we conclude? If we made this the 1, this is the 9, and okay, well, one of these is the 1. If this is the 1, yeah, right. If we try to put a 1 here, there's a 9 here. And there's an 11 here. So I think you are the 1. You are 9. You are 1. This means you are 7. This means you are 7. This means we need a low digit. No, we need a middle digit. I'm sorry, a 4, 5, or 6 in here. Means our high digit is 8. We're trying to sum to 22. If we made this the 9, we can't do it. If we try to make this the 9, we can't hit our sum, right? So this is the 9. That means this sums to 22, this sums to 32, this sums to 39, so this is a 6, so this is a 5. This is not a 6, this is not a 5. The 5 is in here. You are not 9. You're not green. Does that tell me something? Probably. Probably does. This is an 8. There's a 0 here. We need a 7. Oh, I broke the puzzle. Shoot. No, I'm sorry. An 11. An 11. That's 11. This is 9. That I broke the puzzle. I mean, I still may have broken it. That's 1. That's 9. That's wrong. That's not this color. That's this color. 6. The 9 is in the 4 position. You then need a low number. Not 1. 9 is in here. You are a 6, which we know. You are a 4, which we know. So what we have to do... Oh, I made it the wrong color. 1 is over here. I'm sorry. 1 is here. And it's not there. And yeah, Yeah, one of these is 1. That would be 7. This would be a 5. Oh, it is a 5. That's a 1. That's a 5. This does sum. No. I'm sorry. This is a 5. This is a 7. This is, which is 12. So we could put 1 here. Or we would have to put 1 here with an 8 and a 4 here. We can't do that. If we put 1 here, we have to make this sum to 12. It's not 2, 10, and it's not 8, 4. So this is the 1. This is the 9. You are a 1. You are not a 1. This is a 268 triple. You're a 9. You're not a 9. So this means this 9 is in the 5 position, by the way. This is 2, 3, 8. This is 2, 3. This is a low person. Oh, this just is 8, by the way. This is part of a 2, 3 pair. This is a 2 also. Puzzle's easier if you follow the rules. Do we do the thing? 9 is not a 2. That's a 3. That's a 9. You are a 2. You're a 3. Okay. And what? I need 22 in here, but that's just whatever digits are left over, so that's not tremendously exciting. As far as our sandwiches, sandwich, whatever's going on in there. Got this person. We have to hit 10, so I don't think this works. Because we put it here with these 4 digits must sum to 10, but we don't have 1. So we're summing to 14. So I don't think that works. I think you're the 1, which makes you the 8, and you the 6, which makes you the 1. You're not the 6. Right? And then these people must sum to 5 with a 2, 3 pair. Anybody see those? Yes, the 3, 2, 3 pair. You're not 3, which seems to force the 3 here. You're not 2. 2, 7, 8. Okay. Vertically, 1, 5, 9. You must sum to 8. What do we need? You're a 2. This is a 3, 4 pair. Yeah, 4 here, 3 here. This is 6, 7, and what else? 2, 2, 6, 7. But we have to sum to 8 here. Okay. Fine. You're 5. 7 must go in here. Not a 7. 25. Whatever. Okay. This is an 8 what pair? 6, 8 pair? Not helpful? Where's the 3 over here? I guess it's just up here somewhere. Do we know? Yeah, we do. This sandwich is 34, 37, and so we have an 8 to place. that bad? Why do I have all these 8s all over the place? Why didn't I think an 8 could go here? I don't really understand what I meant with these pencil marks. Scary. I don't know. One of these is an 8, but I seem to have had an opinion that 8 couldn't be here, but why couldn't 8 be here? I don't know what that pencil mark means. I don't know the answer. Hopefully I didn't break something. This is 4, 6, 7. We need a 6. Not 6. 4, 5. You're the 6. This is 4, 7. I feel like I maybe made a mistake because of those 8s. I blame the 8s. This is 5. You're 6. 2, 6. We're trying to sum to 10. I think 2, 8 is all we have left because we don't have 1, 9. We don't have 4, 6. We don't have 3, 7. Seems like this is 2, 8. The 8 here and the 2 here. Why did I mean, now I guess it does seem like the 8 is here. How did I know that? 4, 5 here. Is that right? I don't know. 4, 5, and we're also missing a 7. Other half of the 4, 5 goes here. I feel like I made a mistake. Just have that feeling. Another 4, 7. 3, 4. Wrong. No, I made a mistake. Shoot. No. I'm sorry. I'm okay. I think I'm okay. Am I okay? This is 3, 4. But the 4 is... Sorry. 4 is here. 3 is here. 5 is here. 4 is here. 4, 5. Do some 25? Maybe. You're a 5 because you're in the 8 position. I should probably be actually just using these things, right? You appear to be a 2. Did I use on my indexing or did I forget some? Don't know. I want a coffee. 130. 1, 2. The 3 is what we need. 3, 4. And you need a 3. 6, 8, 6, 8, 2. Okay. Perhaps not the best time, but maybe less embarrassing. What are we doing? Okay, I'm gonna take a quick break. Do I just launch into another puzzle? Can I do it? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I need a quick moment. I'll be right back. Okay, let's do a puzzle. I'm gonna clean up in here. So let's go over here. Let's go here. Quads. Quads, no problem. I got this. Easy. 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 9 and 9 pushes 9 up here, which puts this as a 2 or a 3. Anybody else wanna help me out? 5 and 5 puts a 9 down here. Sorry, puts a 5 down here, which puts a 9 in here, which puts a 9 here, which puts a 9 here, which places a 9, which puts a 2 there, which means one of these is a 3. It's a 5 here, which means there's a 6 here, and it also means the 9 we already did, right? Place this 9. It means there's a 4 in here somewhere, so our middle digit here is a 4. Okay. There's a 1 in here. Means there's a 2 or a 3. Okay. What else have we learned about ourselves? This puts a 5 here. Puts a 5 here. It's still possible. Oh. There was a 5 here, which means there was never a 5 here, which means there was always a 5 here, which means one of these is a 4 and one of these is a 1. Does that seem true? Maybe. This can't be 7, 8 because the 9 is here and that would be all the high digits. So 7 or 8 have to be here. So 1's gonna fall into the neighborhood here. Okay. What else? We have our low digit here. We have our middly digits worked out for the 5s. We have middly digits worked out here. So there is a 6 here, which does place a 9 here, right? Our low, definitely no 9 in here. Where's the 9? Where's the 9? 9's never here. 9's never here. I don't know where the 9 is. I probably should. We said 9's here for some reason. So 9's here. So 9's here. So 9's here as a 3-9 pair. That's not a 9. And you're a 6 and you're a 9. 3-9 pair. There's a 9 here, here. That's the low, middle, high. 9, there's 8 in here, obviously. And there's a 7 here, obviously. So it's really just, this is a 4-8 pair. And this is a 1-5-7 triple, but the 1 is in here. This is 1-7. That's the 5. So that's a 9. That's a 9. That's a 9. It's a 9 and 8s position. You're not a 9. There's 9 in the 8s. There's also a 9 in the 4. There's 9 in the 3, 9 in the 9. There's 9 in the 7s. There's also a 9 in the 1s, which we could have figured out using other methods. I'm sorry, 9 here. 5 and 5 means this is not 5. And D is 5. This is 5. That's 6. Right? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. So 1 in this neighborhood. It's not over here. I've somehow determined. How did I know that? Because I ended up with 5s here? Yeah, which put a 1 here, which means there is a 1 here with the 1. This is a 1-9 pair. So there's definitely 3s lurking about, and there's definitely 3s here. We said that we had to have a high digit here because otherwise all high digits would be. So I think that places the 5 and the 1 and not the 5, not the 1. Maybe. We need middly people here. No, we have middly people. Sorry, we need low. We need a high person up here. Middly is 4. What's the high digit? It's not 9. It's 7 or an 8. This can't be... This is never the high digit for the 5 because it would be up here and it wouldn't fit there. So this is the middly digit. This is the high digit, which is 7 or 8, which places the 5 here, which we should have known already. Embarrassing. Means you're not a 5, means you are a 5, which we know because of the 5 told us. The low digits for the 5. This person is also never high. This digit is never a high digit. This digit's never a low digit. This digit is never low. This digit is never middly. This digit is always high. It's the other half of the 7-8 pair. How about that? We need a low digit in here. So one of these is a 2 or a 3. The other digit is middly, and it is just a 5. We need a low digit here that is a 2 or a 3 for sure, which we could have known with other means. Okay. 159, we already got him. One goes out, one goes in of these high digits. Oh, 159. Where's the 1? Not quite as much about 1s as I would like. Where's this 1? This 1 is not here. This 1 is here. That is a 7. That is a 1. That is a 9. That is a 9. We got that 159. We said this is a 1, which is a 6. We do have to place a 4 somewhere. I feel like I missed out on something though. There's a 1 in here. 6 and the 7. This is certainly low. Yeah, of course it's 1, 2, 3. It's not 3 though, because we have a 9 there. So this is 1 or 2. It's never 3. The 3 is up here with a digit that is a 7 or an 8. There is a 4 in here, because we have middly digits. That means there's also a 4 up here. It's here. That means there's also a 4 over here to make a 4 or 5 pair. How about that? It could be 1s. Right, we knew that wasn't 3 anyway. And we know there's a 1s, there's a 1 here. So this is 1, in fact. So there's a 2 in here, which is here. There's a 2 here. One of you people is a 2. We need another high digit. This is never a high digit because it wouldn't work. This is the high digit. This must be the 4. This must be the 1. This must be a 7 or an 8. These are 3, 7, 8. Right? There is a 5 here. Which means that's not a 5, which seems to say this is a 5 and this is a 4. Which seems to say this is a 2. We are left with 3 as the only low digit. This is a 3-5 pair, which makes sense. As we said, there's a 3 here. We do know there's a 2 here. And it's here. We do know there's a 2 up here. There must be a 2 in here. So that's not a 2, this is a 2. Okay. What else? 2. What else? I don't know. I don't know what else. So, would your 7 or an 8, 3 or 5, that's all fine. You seem fine as a 7 or an 8. You are still fine as a 7 or an 8, annoyingly. You're in the 4s, you're in the 8s. Okay. 1 as a 7 or 8. There's never a 1 here. This can't be 7 or 8. So this is the 3. So that's 9, that's 3. That puts a 9 here and a 1 here, which seems to check out. We're going to place a 1 here to go with these people. That seems true. That seems satisfactory. Where is where are the 3s in this puzzle? One of them's right here. One of them's right here. The 3 down here. Places a 3 here. Where are the 7s in this puzzle? I don't know. This is 3, 7, 8. 3s, 5s, 9s, 4s, 1s. 3, 1, 9 are all accounted for. That's great. 4, 5s down here. 4, 5s over here. What? You know anything else about 4s in this neighborhood? Not enough. It seems there's a 4 here. So it seems like there's a 4 here. Not there. Does that really help me? Ones, 2s. plus a thread. I don't want to think about sixes. Not interested. Sevens. One of you people is a 7. Okay, should I think about sixes? I don't think so. I don't think they give me much to think about. They do. Because there is a 6 over here. And here. So there's a 6 in here. Not at the bottom. There's a 6 on here. There's a 6 on here, and there's also the other half of the 7-8. Which means there's not a 2. This is 6, 7, 8. You're not a 2. Which places 2 here. Which means you're the 8 and you're 1. No 8's here. That ended up as a 6, 7 pair. You're a 7, so you're 1. You're 8, so you're a 5. You're 4, so you're a 9. You're 8, so you're a 9. You're 4. You're 5, so you're a 7. Is this just... Well, you're not 4 and you're not 9. What is this? This is a 2-6 pair with the 6 here and the 2 here. You're not 6 after all. You're 8, 5-8 pair with the 5 and the 8, the 6, the 7, the 3, the 5. Cool. This person, just an 8. This is a 3-7 pair. Okay. 1. We need a 3. We need an 8. 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 6. We need an 8. We need, is this also an 8 over here along with a 7? Okay. This person appears to be one place for our 4. Appears to be one place for our 7. Appears to be one place for our 6. One place for our 7. Is this an 8 and a 7 up here? The 7 over here? No, there's a 6 over here. Along with what is it? A 3? Yeah. 6 here. This person is a 4, an 8, a 4, a 7. Okay. It feels like partially redeemed. Okay. That was fun. I really like that one, actually. That one felt really good. I don't know why I struggled with the sandwich so much. I think there's just some rule sets that I am a little clumsy with. More than some. But I think when I have a combination of rule sets where I'm a little clumsy, it makes life more challenging. I guess in terms of relative difficulty, I would generally say, I just generally feel like quads are easier than sandwiches personally. And this felt much easier to me. So like if you were trying to rank them in order of difficulty, I think I personally would want quads earlier, but maybe I just struggle with sandwiches. Oh no. I was going to say maybe I should stop, but how can I resist a Blobz special? An oil and water. How can I possibly resist? There's definitely an odd digit in here. I got to remember how to play this, right? Like we know these are odd. These are two odd digits, even though I have to tell myself that odd is blue, which is very upsetting to me. These are odd, right? Because two odds or two, no, I'm sorry. That's not true. Sorry. It's an odd and an even, right? Because two odds summed together would be even. Two evens summed together, it has to be a mix, and then we know the oil needs to sit on top of the water, right? Is anybody else numbered? This is two evens, so we know they're the same. This is pretty interesting, actually. Like this. Interesting. This is a 9-cell cage in a oily puzzle. Interesting. Well, we know all of the oil must float to the top, right? Which gives us all of our all of our evens. Man, will I ever get that right? Probably not. This wetness means all of this is wet. This could technically be wet, perhaps. We know all of these people are wet. Just a requirement. That means this can't be wet. Or we'd have 6 wets. This must be oily. Cool. Pretty interesting where it, Okay, anything else? This could be wet, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means this is definitely oily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 means this is definitely oily. Means these are all wet. Means these are all wet. Means what? Means these are the same, so they can't both be wet, they must both be oily. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that these are all oily. That's all the oilies here, so this is wet. 1. Do 5 there if you were. I mean, our odd digits, this isn't very important, but like we do know our odd digits are a bit constrained, right? Because we can't have a 1 here or a 3 here, right? And 9 would need a 4, 7 would need a 6, and 5 would need an 8. That true? Possibly. Doesn't help with indexing unless if this is 5, this is 4, this is 8, which I guess is okay. Seems okay. Checks out. So you're oily for sure. It's a requirement. You could be oily, perhaps. Okay, so what do we know? We know a couple things, I guess, just like for fun and profit here. Well, let's just think about these for a second. Maybe I should continue coloring, but I do just want to think about these for a second. These are evens, but we're also indexing. And so these are all odd digits. None of them could ever go in a 6, right? So that is a 2, 4, 8 triple. Which means this is 1, 2, 4, 8 is a 1, 5, 9 triple, which means this is not a 7. So this is not a 6, right? So we have a 2, 4, 8, we have a 1, 5, 9, which is leaves what? 3, 6, 7? 3, 6, 7. 6 is not odd. 3, 7 pair places the 6 here. This is part of a 2, 4, 8 triple. Oops. Places, we will think about this in a second. Places the 6 here, places the 5 here, which is wet. These people are, we can be in 2, we can be in 4, we can be in 6, we can be in 8. So we're not so constrained this time around. 3, 7. Right? 6 here, 6. We do have a 6 over here, whatever that's worth. What else can we glean? 2, 4, 8 triple gives us a 1, 5, 9 triple in cells 2, 4, and 8. Right? Just the 6 now is minor problem. This is odd, right? That's where we want to try to put our 5. It can't go, it can go in 1, it can't go in 3. Could go in 5. We don't quite know about 7, 9. One of those is going to be a person. This digit could be 1, could be 5, could be 6, 7, 8, 9 right now, I guess. Not very useful until we figure out where the other person is. 5's not in here. The 6. Is there anything to glean from this? Kind of no, because we have low, middle, and high. I mean, there's definitely a 5 here. There's definitely a 5 here. Wait, was that true? I'm sorry, that's probably not true. Okay, do we do more logic or do we do more colors? Don't know. This person's a bit limited. Be nice to know what's going on up here. Can we discover something? Kind of no, because we just have to figure out where the other even is. Oh gosh, we need to follow these down. These could never be oily. These are wet. These could never be oily. These are always wet. Always, always wet. That is all of our wets. You're oily. That is all of our wets. You're oily. Does that help me? Probably helps me in some way. Oh, yeah. Now we get these are wets. Right? Right? So, but annoyingly, Because we already said this couldn't be an 8. Obviously. But but these people can't be in a 3. But they can be in 1, they can be in 5, they can be in 7, they can be in 9. That doesn't quite restrict things enough, does it? Oh, right. Also, digits don't repeat in cages. Don't forget that. Five, the 5. It could be 5. One of you people could be 5. Low, middly, high. Right. One. Look, if this is 7 or 9, that's a 2, 4 pair. But if this is an 8, you have to use a lower person there, but it's fine because if you don't use the 2, you can still use the 1. Places the 5 there. Okay. Feels like there's probably a little more coloring to do. Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel that way? It's got a craving for a snow cone. Like I'm 9 years old and it's a hot summer day. None of those things are true. I mean, it's a little interesting to think about, where certain digits must exist in the world, but I don't quite see. I don't know. Okay, we need more. Five is in 2, 5 is in 4, or 5 is in 8. Am I missing, an obvious wetness restriction? You don't have many sums. Oh, this is 2. Right. Can this only be 4, 8? Is that the only way to make our 12? This is definitely 4, 8. This is a 2, 6 pair. This is the 2. This is the 6. 6 comes out of here. 6 is placed here. Puts the 1 here. Takes 1 out of all of those. No 6 here. Puts 9 into 4 or 8. Wait. Sorry. 1 goes here. It's a 6. Good grief. 1 comes out of here. 2, 4, or 8 for the 9. 2, 4, or 8 for the 9. Same with the 5. So the 1, what does that help us with? Like the 6, that puts a 6 here, right? Because 6 isn't here, 6 isn't there, 6 is here. 6 is here, but we knew that. That does nothing for us. Does it? I don't think so. I think it doesn't. 6 here. There's no... guess a slightly interesting thing to think about. We need a low digit in here. That has to be 1 or 3, right? But that seems okay. We need a high digit in here, which must be 7 or 9. That seems okay. 5 is a little restricted in here, but not perhaps enough. 3, 5, 7, 9. This digit is up here. This digit, whatever this digit is definitely, it's not here, and it's not this. It's not in here. It's up here. That means it's down here. That means it's here. So this is a 3 or a 7, right? So 3, 7 comes out of here. This is the other half of the 3, 7 pair. I don't know which one it is up there, but it's up there. So, what do we do about that? Does that tell me anything? It means this is not an 8. And this is not an 8. So that is a 2, 4 pair. This is an 8. This is not an 8. That's a 2, 4 pair. 2 and 4 are down here. 2 and 4 are over here. 8. 2, 4. I don't know how to do this. 1 is what? This can't be 4. This was never a 1. This can't be. That's not 4. That could be 4. That could be 4. This is only 2 or 8. 5 or 9, right? Should have seen that. Should have seen it. 1, 5, 9. This can't be a 9. This can't be a 9 because we'd put a 6 here. So this is the other half of this. Like, no, I'm sorry. This is this one. This digit. This is the other one. Good grief, no. This one. And this one is like this one, right? For our pairs. That means this digit could be you. Could be you. 7, 3, 7, 5. So the 3, 7 pair. Which is also a bit restricted. It's in here. Said 9 is 2 or 4. 9 is 2 or 4. Oh, we need a high digit here. Sorry, 9 is 9. Right? Because we had you're middly, which means this can't be 5. I didn't think it could be 5 anyway, I guess. 1 or 7. Does that only allow you to be 3? You can't have 3. You can't be 3. We said you couldn't be 3. Because I think this is 3. Are these 3s? Here's 7. Don't feel good. Uncertain. We do know this 7's in here. 9 9's here. Therefore, 9 is also in here. Three is definitely here. So 3 is here. I don't know how much that matters. Yeah, we place that 6. This person has leeway. The 6. Where's the 6? If this is the 6, it causes a leak. But maybe that's okay. 6, the 8. 8's over here. The 6, the 6, the 6, the 3. The 3. Don't know. We have 1, 2, 3. So this is just 5, 7, 9, right? But this can't be 9 because this can't be 3. So that's not 9. This is only 5, 7. I feel like I'm like missing an index. 2 or 8. 1 is 1 or it's 7. And 5, 7. And 5, 9. 7 could be there. I don't know. What digit is this? It's either 9 or it's whatever this 1, 5 is. Right. The high digit here is 8. The high digit here is 7. The low digit here is 3. So there's definitely a 1 here. There's definitely a 9 in there. There's definitely a 9 in there. How does that help me? That helps me in the following way. Have our middle digit. We have a middle digit and a low digit. The 2. I would like to know where the 3 is, but we have a low digit here. Do we need to think about what these people can be? They're not super restricted. Like this digit seems like it could be a 1, not a 2. Seems like it could be a 3. It's not a 4 because there's a 9 up here. So it's not 4. It's not 5. It's not 6. It could be 7. It's not 8 or 9. So this is 1, 3, 7. So this is wet. And just to verify, that is not 2. It's not 4 because we're saying 9 is here. It's not 6. It's not 8. So you are a wet person. You could be, well, do we have a similar fun thing we could determine? I don't think so, because I think actually this is not 2, but I think it could be 4. It's not 6 or 8. So I think that could be 4 and still be even, maybe. But that's kind of an interesting way to think about things. This is not 2. It's not 4. Could be 6. Not 8. But this is not 2, 4, 6, or 8. So this is wet. I don't know what that does for me. You could be 1, perhaps 3, perhaps 5, perhaps 7. Okay. The 2, 4 end up over here, and that's fine. 8's over here, but where is 6 in the world? Don't know. Are the 5s restricted in an interesting way? 5's interesting because, well, but I think it could be in the 4 here. Like, we're comfortable saying 9 is here, right? That's a thing. But that just means 9's not in here. 9 could be in 5. But unfortunately, 9 could be here, I think. Are there any other ways to intuit some wetness? We have to, the 8's in here. 9 has to end up in a 6 somewhere. 9 has to end up in a 2 somewhere, which we've addressed. And 4 we've addressed. Somewhere 9 has to be in an 8, which we've addressed. So 9 has to be in a 6. But I think we, oh, well, I don't know. One does have to be in a 2 somewhere. 1 has to be in an 8 somewhere. Or it could be here, annoyingly. What? This is my problem. Oh, I see. This is everybody. So there's a 5 here. So this is a 5-9 pair. There's no 7 here. This is a 5-9 pair. This is a 7. That's a 1. That's a 5. That is a 1. So that is an 8. No 8's here. Make this the 8. Make this the 5 to sum to 13. Make this the 4 for the index. Makes this the 2. Makes the 5 the index. 4 puts a 9 here. 2 puts a 9 here. So that's a 7. 8 is forced. Okay. That was exciting. This is a 5, 7, 9 triple. 7 must be there. 5, 7, 9 triple. I don't know what to do about that. It does force a 5 over here, for sure. Which, okay, well, there's a definitely 5, 7, 9 over here, right? Means 5 is over here somewhere. Oops. But not here. Which means that one of these is 5, so one of these is 9. Which places 9 here. Which means there's a 6 in here somewhere. So that's 6, 8. Now we just need our low digit. 1, 2, or 3. We have the 6, we have the 8. 9, 9 down here. This digit, I don't know about it. I feel like I lost track of some indexing somewhere along the way. 3, 3, 7. Yeah, 7. Right. 3, 7 must appear over here. So both 3 and 7 must appear here but not hit the cage. So this is a 3, 7 pair. So this is a 1. So this is a 2. You're not a 2. This is oily, by the way. 6 is down here. 8 is also down here. For whatever that's worth. 2, 9. The 3, 7. The 1 gets pushed over, making one of those is a 3. Yeah. The 7, though, does force a 1 over here, which does force a 1 over here, which does force a 9 in here, which does force a 9 over here. So 3 is definitely the low digit here. So this, I think, is a... This is never a 1. This is a 3, 5, 7 triple. Right? And 3, and 5, and 7. 3, 5, 7. 3, not 5, 7. Yeah, 3, 5, 7 triple. So this is a 1, 6, 8. 3, 5, 7 does mean this is wet. This just is a 6. No 6s here. So you're oily. So what happens? This is wet. This is oily. This is 8. This is the 1 that places the 9 here. 9 gets placed here. You're 5, it would seem, which we apparently already knew about. Seven here. Okay. 3, 5, 7, 1, 6, 9. And the 6 is seen here. Oops. And this is a 2, a 4. Oh, you're wet. This is 2, 3, 4, not 2. I feel like I missed indexing something. You're wet, by the way. We've almost got all our wetnesses. Just this person. We should probably know that by now, right? These are all even. Yeah. 3, 7, 1, 2, 3. We need a 4. Could you be a 4? Yeah, well, we need a middle digit. Right? So this we need a middle-y person. So you're a 4, a 5, or a 6. You can't be a 6. You're a 4 or a 5, though. Annoyingly. What's a 1 there or there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All odd digits have to be expressed here. So the 7 is here. You're not 7. And that means you're not 1. You're not 7. And that means you're not 9. Interesting. So I guess that means you're 6. Which means these are oily. This is 8. 6. 4, 2, 4, 4, 8. How's that? Where's the 3s in this world? 5 was definitely there. 7's up there. A 1 and a 9. Is that really possible? Guess so. 4, 5. Who's middly here? I probably know these things and just don't want to think about them. The 8 is here. The 6 is here. This is the other half of the 2, 4. And not 6. And this just is 4. This is 1. This is not 1. You're not 4. 2, 3, 4 triple. 1, 9, you're wet. Where's the 5? It just is the 5. This is a low digit. It must be 1, 2, or 3, and it can only be 3. Uh-oh. Broke the puzzle. Because this right now has to be a 6. But then where could the 5 go? Shoot. Oh no. How far back did I break this? 5. I mean, right now, the only low place, this can't be low. Like 5 right now has to be 3. Right? Like that's the only way, but maybe I broke this a long time ago. Which would be sad. That would be so sad. That would be so sad. I would be so sad. I mean, I think I'm already screwed again because of the 6. Yeah. Shoot! Oh no! Oh gosh. Where did I... Where did I go wrong? It could have been a long time ago. Bummer. This was me trying to enumerate where ones could go. Couldn't be 1, couldn't be 2, couldn't be 3, could be 4, could be 5, couldn't be 6, could be 7. So I got a 4, 5 there. Like the problem here is I need a low place to put 5. And right now that's even back as far back as this. Oops, I'm sorry. Is the only way to do that. 4, 1. Oh, I may have just made a terrible mistake a million hours ago, and it's very sad. Yeah, I mean, it's even broken here. Like as soon as I... Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna check it and see if I can just back up and fix it. Yeah, but I'm not feeling very confident. Yeah, I think I maybe broke it a long time ago. That's really disappointing because I feel like I was having fun. I was probably just careless somewhere. Shoot. Oh my gosh, how far back did I screw up? Weeks ago? Years ago? Oh no. That's really disappointing. That long ago? Oh my gosh, Blobz, did I like mess up in the first 2 minutes and didn't find it for 45 minutes? That's really a bummer. Oh no, you've probably been shouting at me for hours. Yeah, great. Was I wrong? I was wrong about these being the same number? Gosh, that's rough. 40 minutes. I don't know. I honestly don't remember what my logic was to. Well, because I'm saying here that 3 was. I feel like I have to start over, and that is a huge bummer. I don't really have time to. Like, was I just wrong about deciding that those were the same number? Because I decided it was here. I don't know why I decided that this couldn't be that number, actually. Why couldn't this be that number? Like, why couldn't this be blue with the slash if it was a 7? I sort of feel like I had a reason for that, and now I don't. I don't remember what it was. That's very disappointing. Very sad. This number is here or here. Gosh, what a bummer. This number. Why did I say that? I mean, I kind of remember, maybe I meant to, I seem to remember stumbling over like the 2 colors, like stumbling over that. I think it was probably just a silly mistake of not acknowledging the 7 there. It's probably what it was. Ouch. My feelings. Oh no, my feelings. I mean, this number is one of these, so it's 1579, right? Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sad. I was having a good time. This number is 159. This number does appear here, but I just don't know what the number is. Well, shucks. Every number is in here. 5 is here. You're not 5. Did I just try to recover from this? What if some of my other pencil marks are wrong? What a debacle. One must appear in here somewhere. Two or 4. Saying one of these is a 9. We are saying there's a 9 here. I don't remember why that matters, but it is a thing we're saying. Oh no! I think that was, I just mixed these up in an embarrassing way. Feels plausible. And now my feelings are sad. But we do need a 1 in here. 1, 2, 3, wait, right? This must contain a 1. What a sad story. What a sad story. So that is a 5-9 pair. That is a 7. That is a 3. That is a 1. 1 just is the 1. You're a 5-9 pair. Oh boy. Oh boy. The other half of the 3-7. This digit is this digit, right? Like this digit is this digit is up here somewhere. This is the other half of that. This digit's in here. Who cares? Who cares? What else do we need to do? We did some interesting thought. Some thought over here about where 9s go. We do have a 1 in here, so there's a 3 in here, which we know because it's the remaining fellow. We do need... certainly an 8 down here. There's certainly an 8 here, right? Not here. That's true, right? Because this 6 and 8 must be down here, so 6 and 8 are here. I think so. 8's not here. Yeah, and 8's got to be here, right? And it's not here. So 9's in here, but we know that because it's obvious. 7, oh, we know this. That's 5. That's 9. It's 8. The 2 or 4. Also 2 or 4. 2, 4 pair. This is, so this is just this. The inverse of that. So this is the green 3, 7. For whatever that's worth to anybody. So this is the green 3, 7, and a 9. 9's over here. There's a 7 here. And that's exciting. You did end up wet somehow. I mean, oily, sorry. Who can say how that happened? This is not 6. Well, beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is every digit. This is not 5 or 9. It's not 5. It's not 9. So it does restrict. I mean, we have this, we've got a high digit here and a low digit here, right? And the low digit is not 2. The high digit, right, the high digit is a 9. There is definitely a 9 in here. Which does place a 9 here. Which does place a 6 here. Which does place a 5 here, right? It's 9 with the other half of the 3, 7. Yeah. Yup. So where can all of these people actually go? Somebody's got to go in a 4 somewhere. I mean, 1's got to go in a 4 somewhere. These are all, pardon me, odd placements for 5, which is a bit restricted here. We know there's, right, our middle-y digit is a 5. Our low digit, we've got to place a 1 and we've got to place a 3. So somebody gets a 1 as the low digit, which would put a 5 here. Somebody gets a 3 as the low digit, which would place a 5. 5 ended up there. That's true, that's true. What about your low digits? The 2 is there. 1, perhaps not as restrictive as one would hope. Oh, wait, right. This is still a 7. I think that was actually right. And what I was wrong about was the coloring, maybe. When I was trying to say what was 3 and what wasn't 3. I don't know. We do need a 3 in here, and we do need a 1 in here. You're not a 7, turns out. Which means you can't be a 9. High digit. The 8 is limited. The 7. It's hard to put. I mean, the low digit here is not a 2. Well, we know that. 2 got the 1. 8, 5. 9 in here is going where? You're not 9. You're not 9. We said 9 is in here. So you're not 9 and you're not 9. So this digit is either 3 or it is 6. This digit. And since we don't know the state of its wetness or dryness, it's hard to say. You're wet people that aren't 1s, 5s, 9. This is a 3-7 pair. You're a 7. Oops, 7. So you're not a 7. One of these is a 1. Right? So we get a 1-9 pair here, which are wet. Is that a true statement or false statement? What are you? It's the other half of the 2, 4, and it's 6 and 8, I guess. Okay. What are we doing? You need a middle-y digit and you need a high digit. Your middle-y digit, your high digit's a 9, because we said 7's down here apparently. So there's a 9 in here, which means there's a 1 in here, which I guess we sort of knew. Oh, this is what? Because it's rounding the corner. This is what? Which means this is not 6 or 8. So 8's definitely over here, and it's you. But what is you're this? What is this? 8, 8. You said you could. You're not 8. What about your middle-y digit? Is 5 or it's 4? Your middle-y digit. Does this have to be a 3? Your middle-y digit, well, no, because your middle-y digit could be 5, I think. It's 3 or 5. Your low digit is definitely a 1. Your high digit is definitely a 7. You can't be high. You must be low or middle-y. But you could be a 5. You could be 3 or 5, I think. That person. 9. 9 is over here. There's a 3 here. So you are a 6. You are a 9. Am I making the same mistake again? Probably. 3, 5, 7 triple. You can't be 5. You can't be 7. 3, 5, 7. What is left is 1. So you are the 9. You're not a 9. We already knew this, and I didn't do it apparently. Okay. Okie dokie. You're all wet. You must be a 6 then. You must be a 6 then. You are oily. 2, 4, or 8. Do need another oily person. That's all our oilies there. These people are wet. 3. Oops. Wet people. 3 or 5. 3 or 5. This is a 1, 9 pair. Oops. This is a 2, 4, 8 triple. Right. 9. I remember when I broke this puzzle. I know it was really sad. It was so sad. We got a lot of 6s, it feels like. It's the 5s that really cramped my style last time. 3, 5, 7. 3, 5, 7. 3, 5, 3, 7. Those seem valid, must say. This is a bit restricted though, right? Because it's not 1 or 9, so it's 3, 5, or 7. And it's not 7. So it is only 3 or 5. Where? So here or here? Here, you could be 1. 1, 3, 5, 7. But you can't be the 7 still. You could perhaps be 1. Could perhaps be 3. Could perhaps be 5. 1, 3, 5. That doesn't really help us in terms of the lowness, but it does mean our middle digit is a 5, 4, 6. Here, you seemingly could be, I mean, it's just 1, 3, 5, 9, right? 1, 3, 5, 9, because there's no 7, but we do have a 5 there, so it's not 5. So 1, 3, 9. What's this digit? It's middly, right? It's 4, 5, 6, and it's not 6. Oh, I remember now. This doomed digit. 4 or 5 is where we said the 1 is. The low digit is 3. We have discussed this. We've discussed. This is this digit. This 3, 7 with the green slash. That criminal digit that means this is a green, has a blue slash. That means this has a green slash. Uh-oh. What does that mean? It means both 3 and 7 are over here, but we already knew that. Both 3 and 7 are over here. Does that help me in some way? I mean, we know both of these are over here. Yeah, it's 3, 7, and then it's just like whatever the... So, right, it's 3, 7, and then whatever our middle digit is, which is 4 or 5. But the 1 remains elusive and ambiguous. 2, 4, the 6, 8, the 6, 8, the 6, 8. 6s. Can you be a 6? There's probably some coloring I can do now that I'm just not appreciating. Or some indexing I could do that I am not appreciating. Or some number of other things that I'm not appreciating. We do need a 7 in here, but who cares? I care because there's a 7 here. I broke the puzzle again, I think. Okay. Back up. We're saying there's a 7 here. And we're saying there's a 7 here. That means I'm placing a 7 here. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? And doesn't that mean that my green slashes are 3s? And that these slashes are 7s, which I think is the opposite of what I did last time. Seems a little bit promising. 5 becomes a 5, 9, 1. 1 goes here, 5 goes here. 9 goes here, 5 goes here. 3 goes here, 1 goes here. 3 goes here, so 5 goes here. 7 goes here, so 9 goes here. 3 goes here, so 9 goes here. 1 goes here, so 7 goes here. We need a middly person that can only be a 4 for the 1. 8, 4. You're a 2 and an 8. 7 and a 4, is it? Right. We have to have an 8. A 6. You're not a 1 because the 1 is there. Probably didn't index something that I was supposed to index. Probably. Probably need a 2 here and a 6 here. Probably need an 8 somewhere, like here. Probably need a another 4. How do we untangle? Is it oiliness gonna help us somehow, or did I break the puzzle again? Oh, that's an 8. That's 5. Probably have known that for a long time. Five, 8 to hit the 13. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh no, Blobz, did I break it again? Did I break it again? Did I really? Oh, no. What did I break? That's so sad. Oh wait, I just... Sorry. My last set of coloring was completely wrong, by the way. But that doesn't undo my X-wing. I mean, this is... Oh no, my pattern, it's deadly. Where did I go wrong? I should be able to see a mistake, right? Like I should be able to see an inappropriate number of evens and odds. Is that true? Bummer. Well, that's sad. There's no reconciling this, right? There's no... Oh, of course there is. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Of course there is. Okay, I just was about to cry. Okay, good grief. Okay, we got it. Oh my gosh. I was so crestfallen. Of course. Once we resolved these based on this index and counter. Oh, good heavens. Okay, I love that puzzle. I'm very sorry about the very silly mistake. I think it was a thing where I just disregarded the 7 that was up here and did the wrong coloring. But I think we recovered pretty quickly. So I really enjoyed this one. Again, maybe it's only because I've done 7 million oil and water puzzles. I find it easier than the sandwich. It still feels likely that I just missed some obvious sandwich situation. Situation. Okay, I'm gonna go for a walk. We still got a lot of puzzles to do. Windoku, I don't know what that is. Am I gonna be able to solve that? Never heard of it. Windoku? Oh, to whisper. Are those whispers? And it looks like a window? Okay, I like that. Is there some special rule about... I hope this is aesthetic and there's just not. I'm so out of the loop. I thought it was like a new variant. Okay, we'll tackle Windoku later. Bye.